Healing is pretty hard. It's an extremely hard process, and there's so many emotions that get released, and it gets thrown at you all at once. I feel like it's a process that really tests your ability if you can truly isolate. And I've always had a fear of isolation, loneliness, because it causes me to think about the times where I was actually not lonely. And I think the main idea of the healing process, or the main talking point that gets thrown around a lot um, through YouTube videos, TikToks, Instagram Reels, is healing from a bad situation. If that person cheated on you, manipulated you, or in general did extremely bad things to you. But the thing is, there's not much advice going around to how do you heal from a good situation? How do you heal from a time that actually made you really happy? Because if it's something bad, it's just like, okay, this person really did me wrong. I can use that anger, I can use that resentment towards them as motivation to push me to become better and to show them that I never needed them in the first place. You know, and if it's a good time, if you're having a good time with someone, then you spent a year with them, let's say, and now that person is gone due to some unfortunate circumstances, how do you truly heal from it? The thing is, it really comes down to your structure and routine in your own life. It feels like this is one of the most important layers that I've been lacking. A proper routine, structure, some sort of foundation. I feel like I did create a foundation, but it didn't have pillars. It didn't have any kind of support. And there was a lot of moments where I would lack order, and I would, there would be situations where I let bad habits slip because I have no foundation. Once again, and the question is, how do you build that pillar, and how do you build that mental structure within yourself? I feel like I have a lot of situations where I feel like I can't think and I just proceed to cry. And as a man, as embarrassing it is to admit, you will have to cry sometimes. You will have to let a tear out. You will have to really come down to your senses and really become vulnerable. Because the feeling of something going so well and losing it into unfortunate situations is super hard to accept. Because you will have that endless guilt and regret. You will blame yourself, and I think I do it all the time. But yeah, you could just say, "Oh yeah, just move on." But how do you move on from someone that really completed you? And it is annoying repeating this sometimes because the repetition will eventually lead you to start consistently questioning your methods of healing. And I think for myself to truly heal, maybe for you too, if you're having the same situation as me, what would they want? Seriously, if anything that person is looking to see, they are looking to see you to become the best version of yourself. They will want you to succeed. They won't want you to be behind, struggle living life without them. But I do feel like at the end of the day, you will need proper isolation. And I think that starts with cutting out social media as fast as you can. Keep what you actually need and throw away the rest. Social media holds you so much, you know, it holds you to, you know, it makes you think like you're not on the pedestal anymore. It just feels like it's a addiction. It knows what type of content to give you when you're feeling down. It will also see people's lives and try to compare it to your own, and it'll affect you to a point where you essentially might have to start over. You might have to rethink how you're going to start healing again. But yeah, that's really all I got. See you guys later.